One player I'd like to talk about, though, is Jeff Malott. Of course, he was signed in the offseason by the Moose and was able to get into his first skate today after finally completing his quarantine. Now, that can, of course, be a challenge just being away from the ice for so long. But what did you see from Jeff's first skate today?
Well, he's a big man, and he has good skills. It was his first skate in over 12 days or 10 days. So it's a long time for a hockey player without touching the ice. So he was able to do some conditioning in his hotel room, but it's never like skating. So what I've seen first practice is a guy that was asking questions and he has some pretty decent skills. Considering the fact that he didn't skate for a long time, it was a very good practice for him.
And just one more player I want to touch on is Victor Hadfield, a 20-year-old just coming out of Barrie for a few years. He's obviously also one of the younger guys we've seen at practice or at training camp over the past few skates. What have you seen from him as well?
He's competing hard and he's got some wheels. He can skate. I was told that the scouting report was he can play forward, he can play D, and he's got some grit to his game, but in the sense that he's hard on the puck and he gets to the hard areas, and that's what I'm seeing so far. So he's I didn't know, I've never seen the player play myself before, and that's the beauty of those training camps. We get to see different players, and so far he's doing pretty well.
We'll go next to Mike Sawatsky. Go ahead, Mike.
Hi, Pascal. I'm just wondering what impact the delay in the schedule is having on your preparations and how you sort of see the season unfolding. Is it creating a lot of trouble for you?
Yes, that's the real answer. And no, at the same time, we adjust on a daily basis. Just to give you an example, yesterday we got ready for today's practice, the meeting, and all the components we wanted to see in practice and teach our players. Maybe half an hour before practice, some guys weren't physically fit to go. So we went from 12 defensemen to 12 forwards to 10 forwards and 6 defensemen to 5. It changes everything, and we found out just a little bit before practice. So, but this is the season that we have. We have to adjust and stay on our toes all the time, being able to adapt, and that's what we tell the players. We'll make some adjustments and we'll need to adapt consistently. Now, as far as starting the season and when we're going to start, it changes on a daily basis. So we're just going to focus on what we can accomplish today. Right now, I can tell you we're a better team than we were 2 hours ago. We did some good things out there, and the guys were receptive and they worked hard. And we're going to take the same approach for tomorrow. And when the league tells us when we play our first game, then we'll get ready for that day. But for now, it's really hard. It changes how we approach the whole training camp because it's not a long-term planning. It's really staying on a day-to-day basis and adjusting and getting the best out of the players on a daily basis.
Is it almost like most of the guys you have in camp now are guys going to be here for the duration?
Most likely, but not for sure. It depends on how it goes and the taxi squad. There's a lot of things, and so we should have a bigger number of players tomorrow. Some guys that are coming on the ice for the first time in a long time. So we most likely, but not for sure.
Just the last thing, what sort of what is the most manageable number? Can you go to 27 or 28 or beyond? Is that doable if in your situation?
We could. I think 25, 26, 27, that's doable.